Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. You know. 205-964-5243. You know.
Good evening and welcome to Wholesaling Real Estate. Flippinar 198. Almost 200 of these babies. We get it in when we can get it in. Pretty normal. We may miss about 10 out the year, maybe. But for the most part, we're here out of the 52. But anyway, so we're here to answer your questions about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on real estate investing, starting with zero or any credit. It's called wholesaling, flipping contracts, as they say. So I have the full crew here. Make sure you like this, share it with someone. That's all we ask. This is free knowledge. Could you at least pay for it with a like and a share, please?
And a subscription.
And a follow and a sub. What do they call it? What do they call it when you on YouTube?
Subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe. Yeah. Okay, subscribe. Yeah. And so over there.
You had a sub.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll take over from here, guys, because he's flubbing. Okay. So as he said, this is show number 198. This is the place where you ask questions in regards to wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit. Been doing this for a while, guys, and as he mentioned, we're at show 198. Hopefully by show 200 we'll come up with something fun to do for each of you. Want to give a shout out to those joining us. I see you slowly coming in. Miss Cam Jones, look beyond your eye gates. Okay. Jack A, Cass, Sierra Simone, Shay, Joseph. I see you guys. Sean Roulette, Chopper Boy. I see you. Maria De Lourdes, Muhammad. Oh my gosh. I hope I said all of that right. Key Bev, that's on Instagram, and see you guys on TikTok as well. Make sure you're adding those questions to the chat and I will read those. If there's anything that we're doing on the screen as far as information scrolling across, you can jump over to the YouTube version and watch it later or either now. We typically try to give you a quote unquote minute marker of when something important is there, so you can go straight to that. Rennie, how are you?
I'm great. I am great. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? It's today, first day of fall.
Yeah, yes. I'm feeling it. Atlanta is cool.
Yesterday was the first day of fall, so it is cool.
It is cool.
Ooh, it's cardigan and Ugg boot season.
It is boot season.
Time to pull out them Uggs. But
people in other regions of the country are laughing when it was 80 something today.
Yeah. So
it was like 75. It was still cool though.
I guess it's football weather too. Hey guys, keep me posted on the score of the game in the chat box as well. I'll relay it. I don't even know who's playing. I
think the Panthers and Texans. I think
we don't watch the Panthers.
That's the one that comes on at 8:30.
Yeah. You know we issues around here. So right about now. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into the questions, and we're gonna go with. Let's see here. Josh Weiser. I got a seller who wants to sell 16 properties. They are a mix of bad condition and medium. Should I give them a portfolio price or go property by property?
Go ahead.
No, that's a good question. And one thing I will always recommend when you're buying portfolio. So portfolio is one of them things where you miss a lot of bad apples with a few good apples, and I'm going to sell it to you as a portfolio. And a lot of us think, oh, I'm getting a portfolio. This is a deal. But personally, the way that you really want to evaluate a portfolio, you got to evaluate each individual property. Because I don't care what the portfolio is, I'm not paying $150,000 for something that's worth $50,000. So what I like to do is I'll take the portfolio price and I'm gonna divide it by the number of properties, and I'm gonna determine what that value is per property, and then I'm gonna do my due diligence to make sure I'm not overpaying for any of those properties. So just be truly mindful. Portfolio is such a game. If you don't know how to do your due diligence, you'll buy some bad apples wrapped around some good apples, and you think you got a good portfolio when you really overpaid for them. And the fact that you overpaid decreases your cash flow too. So I will look at it each of them individually.
All right, Josh. Hopefully that answered your question there. Yeah, don't be bundling up stuff if we don't want it all. Let's see here. Titan TV wants to know, Flip, do you have any videos on MAO? And for those that may not know, what's MAO?
Maximum allowable offer. Yeah. I see. Well, I have the calculator, right?
Right.
On dealulator.com. So do we have a thing for that? Oh, I got
DC?
Somebody did too much straightening for him.
Come the cards, y'all.
Yeah. And I forgot to do it this week. It got past me. But text the letters DC to the 205-492. I'm sorry, that's my number. 964-5243. And that'll give you access to my deal calculator. Also, if you text ARV to that number, you have to start with that, right? You have to know what the ARV is. So if you do both of those, follow those instructions, that'll help you that'll answer that question.
All right. Hopefully you got that Titan TV. Eric, I see you. That's our movie quote guru. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. AJ Jones has a question in regards to due diligence. So when someone doesn't allow a due diligence period, as well as not showing the inside, but wants a non-refundable earnest money, is that a scam? I don't know what I'm doing.
It's nothing I'm going to
enter. Nothing I'm going to enter. Absolutely not. And at the end of the day, it's almost scamish. It's real scammy. It's real scammy. How you expect me to put earnest money up and I ain't seen nothing? That's scammy. Yeah. Scammy. No, I mean, non-refundable earnest money, depending on the amount, sometimes you don't want to take that chance, but at least you may want to take a look at it if it's non-refundable and things of that nature, and just be able to do your due diligence a lot better. When someone is saying things like that, which I have, a lot of wholesalers say that. I can tell when I'm dealing with another wholesaler, because you got one day to do your due diligence. If that, you don't even got that. Go do your due diligence before you put my property in contract. So that lets me on deal with a wholesaler. You need to close tomorrow. Lets me know I'm dealing with a wholesaler. So there's things that will make you feel that sometimes, because some things a seller just won't say. A seller not going to expect for you to buy a property that you haven't seen. A seller's not going to expect for you to close tomorrow, even, unless you tell them that you're going to close tomorrow. So I can tell when I'm dealing with a real seller, because seller don't say things like that, So, what do you say, Tom?
Yeah, the operative two words there is motivated seller, right? At the end of the day, you can't let sellers control your deal. Now, of course, the only thing they can really, the main thing they can control is price, right? It's going to work or not. All right. Now, once you get into the contract, we're using my contract. Once we get into a due diligence period, I guess that's the negotiable or whatever. We're going to have something. 10 days, 14. I try to get 21. Right. 21 days due diligence, 30 to close. So a total of 30, but 21 of that's due diligence.
Wow.
I roll.
You get 21 days, sir?
Huh?
You get 21 day due diligence?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
That's good.
They don't even trip about it.
That's really good.
Yeah. So, and then the earnest money, I normally put $100 on there. You can get away with 10. I just normally put $100 on there. But 10 works. Trust me, it works. 10 will work. Now, you have to know who you're dealing with, too, the type of property. It's just not cut in stone. I know some people do exactly what I tell them to do. Now, you got to feel some people out that ain't going to work for everybody. But at the end of the day, you know what you can withstand as far as a loss, because there's always a possibility. So normally I'm going to do 100, I've done 500. I've done a few thousand before, but that ain't normal. What's normal is 100 or less. Let me just say that's normal. So just don't like that set in stone that is $10 or 50 or 100. It's negotiable, but you can't let a seller control your deal is the point I'm trying to make. Well, but that what he was just talking about, that's easy to walk away from what he was just talking about. Easy.
Yeah, very. It doesn't even make sense. It's like, what?
All right. Taking this from Instagram, 97 wants to know, is it harder to find buyers or sellers right now?
Right now.
Right
the
now.
opposite word, right now.
Right now.
I think it's harder to find sellers right now, personally, because they watch the news and hear stuff, and neighbor sold his house for that. They're gonna wear you out with that. You know what I'm saying? Which is all relative, but at the end of the day, you know, it's still based on their level of motivation and how fast they need to sell for whatever reason. You know, it's still going to boil down to that. But you know, Renika may have.
No, I agree with you. I mean, here in Atlanta, there's definitely a shortage of houses out here. You know, everybody's looking for deals. So I think that in certain pockets, it's one or the other. You know, I can speak from my pocket, which is Atlanta, and there's just a very much shortage. It's a lot of buyers out here, but it's a shortage of properties to sell to a buyer. And I think it boils down to what's going on out here. You got 2% interest rates. This is just historical. Never seen 2% interest rate. Like when we started, I promise you, when I started, interest rate was like 9%, 8-9%. So you got a lot of factors that's helping people understand the value of their property and making people, you know, just be a lot more educated about what's really going on, like Ty said. So it depends on your market, but yeah.
All right, guys, I did forget to mention that, as always, you have the opportunity to ask questions yourself live. Just simply text the word Gator to 205-964-5243. And you can join us live and ask your questions. What'll happen is you'll receive a link, and make sure your camera and your mic is on, and you'll be a part of the show. All right, so let's jump right over here. So we just answered 97's question in regards to is it more difficult to find sellers or buyers right now? We'll jump right into Maria's question about, is it still good to obtain the ARV by Googling the address of the property and then comparing the different Zestimates?
Yeah, say that again, but I think it's right.
Is it still good to obtain the ARV by Googling the address of the property and comparing the different Zestimates?
That's a really great question. I would compare the Zestimates, because Zestimates are not accurate. Zestimates is pulling everything. Your property could be a ranch, they're gonna pull in new construction, gonna pull in some duplexes, you know, so you have to filter those websites that you're looking at, like Zillow, Redfin, and things of that nature. You got to filter it based on the zone. But one of the things that, you know, for people that may not have prop screen and things of that nature, who can really give you that Zestimate, you know, you want to filter each one of those to make sure that you're only looking at comps that are comparable to your property. If your property is a ranch, that 2-story house is not your comp. You know, if your property is a rehab, that new construction is not your comp. So understanding that, and the Zestimates don't. So you got to know how to look a little bit deeper into the Zestimates. And what I like to do is I'm going to look at all applications. I'm going to look deep into the estimate by filtering my map, but then I'm going to take an average of everything that I've seen. You know, so that's one of the ways I do it. If you don't have a realtor, or if you may not have prop screen, is really getting detailed in those other apps, filtering those apps, really looking at the comps that is really your comp, and then just taking an average of what all those websites are saying.
All right, but hey, we always highly suggest that you go to dealyoulater.com and you take full advantage of the free trial period of Deal You Later, aka PropStream, and that should help you with that ARV.
Yeah, if they just they're trying to come with ARV again, I just text the letters ARV there. They're probably referencing an older video that I did where I was comparing sites or whatever. But really what you have to do, I mean, Jamil and I, every Sunday, we go through it, and he uses Zillow a lot to comp properties, but he digs into the actual numbers. Not he did go by what the Zestimate says. So if you just watch episodes of Comps 101, you'll see how to use Zillow to really dive into the numbers to look and try to compare likes to likes. So this was 38 of them now, 38 episodes. So if you text, what is it? Text,
Which
yeah.
one?
Yeah, you take it. I don't know what it is.
You have the comp. I think you have the comp.
Got
You
me
have
stuck
something to
there.
say comps?
Huh?
You have something to say comps.
No, I think it's I still think it's the ARV one, but it sends them to the those episodes also. I think I'm confused here.
He thinks. He thinks.
Ty's a content king. He got content all over the place.
I'm losing my mind.
That's something good to have. That's a good problem though.
Okay. Michelle, good night. I guess you're having to leave us. You can always come back and watch this video as soon as we're done. It's uploaded. You can watch the whole thing and you can continue to ask questions. So yeah, good night, and we hope to see you next week. Let's see. Let's go. Sticking with, we were just talking about Zillow. So John Doe wants to know what happens if the seller sees their property on Zillow higher than what they agreed to. So I got the deal, I got the contract, and now I'm advertising. Whoa, that's my house.
That's a mistake.
I wouldn't advise doing that. Number one, if I wouldn't advise doing that. That was going to be special situations where you'll put a property on Zillow. Like that, you know, you have to be confident you got somebody that doesn't know the internet exists. Basic. Well, you know what? You don't even do that. You don't even put. Let me tell you why you don't put it on Zillow.
You don't do it
because people are just gonna go to the property.
Right.
That's the main reason. Let me back up. That's the main reason you don't. I forgot about that. They just gonna go to, even if you tell them not to, they still gonna do it. So that's the main reason.
And you have professional skip tracers out there.
Yeah.
They'll find the owner before you know who the owner is. You know, but Zillow, you got to understand, Zillow creates these prices too. And I think what makes a successful wholesale deal, there's no purchase prices out there. So there's nothing someone can gauge with. So if I'm buying your property and I seen an old Zillow out there from 6 months ago and it's $10,000 cheaper, then I'm going to question your price, you know? So when you throwing those marketing prices and purchase prices out there, that's what you're creating. You're creating a situation where people see your numbers, you know? So I think that's what creates a great success in real estate deal, that no one sees the numbers. No one knows what really the numbers are. So it allows you to really maximize your deals.
Okay. For those of y'all in the chats that are asking, about mentorships or programs or coaching, there is a one-on-one coaching that you can just call or text the number on the screen there, and you'll get some information sent to you as well. Yeah. There's it. That too. That ain't the one that's on the screen though.
That is not.
Yeah. So, Michelle, I'm sorry. So Tay Diggs has a question that says, and it makes a lot of sense. He says, can I do this from jail? I'm in jail. Do I have to be there? But that's really no different than virtual wholesaling. As long as
wait a minute.
partner.
Educate me. He can see he's in jail now.
That's what he said.
I got a real life scenario. I have a cousin that's been.
So they had this may be a dumb question.
Yes.
Okay, this is a dumb question.
It depends on where you are. It depends on which phones, tablets you pay for.
I literally have a cousin that's been in jail for about 15 years, and he has bought about 8 tax liens.
He has what?
Cash flowing. He has bought about 8 tax liens that is cash flowing in the city that he grew up in. So I told him once he get out, he need to write a book, because your body is locked up and not your mind. So
He
So
has what?
he had the ability to make money, however he made money,
Oh.
not question it. But at the end of the day, he took money that was made and he bought tax liens outside of the jail. He got his team, his family, which is my family, got them together to go and handle these things outside of the jailhouse. But he had the money to pay these tax liens. He had accumulated over 8 rental properties while he's still locked up. So it's
Wow.
real out there, y'all. And your body locked up, but don't allow them to control your mind.
Now that's virtual wholesaling.
That's virtual wholesaling.
That's virtual wholesaling.
I said you gotta write a book. This is beyond. I can't even believe that. You got more rental properties than people out here moving and shaking every day. Literally. And he did it through tax liens.
Yeah, that's virtual wholesaling. If you're actually incarcerated and you're out here making this thing happen, right? But what was his question? What was his question?
That was it. He just wanted to know could he do this while being in jail right now?
Well, yeah, you can actually.
May have to get somebody else to sign for you. You're gonna have to get somebody else to sign for you on your behalf because I don't think you can sign contracts and stuff right behind the wall. But you got to get someone to represent you outside the wall.
Yeah, so that answers the question. Yes, you can.
And the only reason I know that because I have a family that did it. It's like he got the blueprint. It's someone that's which is his daughter, representing him outside the walls. She's making these transactions happen on his behalf.
Now that's interesting. You can wholesale real estate. Well, you can real estate invest. While behind jail. Now you got nothing but.
I mean, you got rappers making records in jail,
so,
putting out full albums. So
I mean, y'all still got Social Security numbers. Y'all still have credit. They don't mean you still got credit.
As long as you have someone that you trust on the other side handling your business, then you're good. Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't have my shirt on. I wish I did. There's no excuse.
No excuse.
If you out here on these streets and you're not doing it.
No excuse.
We got an example of someone's actually making money from jail, real estate investing. Not per se wholesale. It don't matter. He's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that too. Or whatever. No excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse.
Okay. New light. Ty, this is going to be for you. Could you text the purchase agreement with the cancellation clause and the assignment fee agreement without using the 313131 text line? Yeah. You can text it directly to the number. You don't have to text it to the 313131. You can text it to 205.
Well, all it's going to do is send you to a video to tell you where to get it.
Well, that's fine.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yes, you still don't have to text it. Yeah, it's available to you there. You can always go to dealyoulater.com as well. Guys, we don't talk about it as much as we used to, but going to dealyoulater.com is where you can access that one-page contract.
One more thing.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. What?
DC is right there.
No, contract.
Contract. And then also you can access the Deal You Later calculator to plug and chug your numbers to see if indeed you do have a deal. You also can access dealyoulater.com, aka PropStream, which is a wonderful tool to have in your wholesaling chest. It is a monthly subscription, but there is a free trial period for you to see just how well this program will work for you as far as building your list, skip tracing, finding information. Heck, there's even a feature for the postcard thing, but we highly suggest you go to Mail to Flip for that.
Or text the word mail.
To the number behind there on the whiteboard. And if you can't see what's on the whiteboard, text the word whiteboard to the number.
Whiteboard is one word.
Whiteboard, one word, and we'll send you that as well. Okay, jumping back into this. Saran the Voice says specifically, how do you calculate houses that are under 100,000 by using square feet without it overcapping the repairs in vacant houses that have equity?
It's still going to boil down to the numbers. If the repairs exceed the numbers, it is what it is.
It's the same calculation.
It's the same thing. The repairs are 50 grand. 70 times 100 is what that is?
70,000.
70,000 minus 50. That means you need to be at 20 or less.
Purchase.
Because
And that's
contract
the
with you and
beauty
the
of knowing
seller.
your numbers. You can work it backwards.
Yeah.
Work your numbers back.
Okay. Rennie, what's the best way to build a cash buyers list? How do you go about that?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't think it's one way over the other, but I think it's understanding that everyone is a cash buyer. So understanding that no matter if they're not ready to buy today, they may be ready to buy tomorrow, they may be ready to buy next year. So building your cash buyer list on everybody you talk to has showed you interest in wanting to invest in real estate. They are a buyer. They may not, real estate is one of them things you don't buy every day. Most investors may buy 2 or 3 properties a year or something of that nature. So just understanding that the money's in the follow-up. The money's in the follow-up. So that person you call on the phone that you know asking about a property or something of that nature, put them on your buyers list in some type of capacity. Ask them, well, are you in the market? Are you still buying them? Do you have other properties that you want to sell? And really create your cash buyer list by your network of people that you just come in contact with over time.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
Now, like she said, there's no one, there's no best way to find cash buyers list. Some may be a little better than others. Now, two approaches here. Building a cash buyers list without a deal, building cash buyers with a deal, right? Building a cash buyers list with a deal, a great deal, and create an entire list or a strong one, right? If it's a great deal, because you may market your property through Facebook groups, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, LinkedIn groups, and so on. You may have 20 people to call you about a property. You can only sell it to one of them. Those other 19, you'll collect their information for future deals. Their contact information, obviously. How many do they buy per year? What price range? What areas? Minimum number of bedrooms and baths, level repairs they like to deal with, and so on. And that's it. So your deals can build your buyers list also. Great deal. Now, I said that's one approach. If you have a deal versus if you don't have a deal, then you can get into some of these other methods up here, so which is on the board. So, or test the word cash. I'll show you another way to do it. Here's the number. 205-964-5243. What's the number, Mickey?
205-964-5243. You caught off guard. She went red. Horrible co-hostess. Horrible.
Just chaos right
I want to give an example on that too, because what you just said triggered something that I did when I first started. So when I first started, I bought some real estate. I failed, so I got my real estate license. And one of the brokers taught me this thing that it still works today, is we called it bait ads. And this is back in the day when Craigslist was just hot. So he taught me how to create bait ads. One of the things as a realtor, what we could do, we could always market HUD properties. You didn't have to be the agent of a HUD property, you can market those. So I would either market HUD properties or I'll just find a bait ad. I'll put a property out there that makes too much sense that people just start calling on it. And I immediately say, you know what, that property just went under contract, but I got a lot of other properties in my database. What are you looking for? And I built an exclusive amount of buyers list by just throwing those bait ads out there that wasn't even a real deal, but it just got my phones ringing. And we did that more on Craigslist, back in the day when I first started.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's pretty slick. That's slick smart. I like that. Oh yeah. And I think that will work now. And you have more platforms. Even more platforms. I don't care if you put it in black and white in the newspaper.
You're right. You're right.
You still have those that grab that Sunday paper and sit down on the porch and read the ads.
Right.
Hey, you'd be surprised. Old folks with money.
But don't make it too cheap, because people are like, oh no, that doesn't exist. Make it that deal. Like, if I get that deal, don't make it too cheap, because real investors know when something too cheap, it just something right, and we may not even call on it. Make it that deal.
Okay. Let's see. So you had it in your head. Keep this video up. I came in. Yeah, Adriana Day. Yeah, you asked him to keep the video up. You came in late. Like I mentioned earlier, you do have the ability to come back and watch this video again. So yeah, you're good. You're good, but thank you for joining us. Jack K. Williamson has a question in regards to bandit signs. Ty had one up just a second ago. She wants to know, how do I find out if bandit signs are allowed in specific areas? So we're going to give the blanket statement right now. Bandit signs aren't allowed in any area, period.
We just gave it.
Unless you're maybe a politician and it's time, for people to get out and vote for you and all that kind of stuff. Then you got signs everywhere, but technically bandit signs aren't allowed anywhere. So instead, Jack Hay, what you need to do is figure out where bandit signs remain up for extended periods of time and aren't taken down. So isn't that how you would answer that, Renikia? Maybe so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, bandit signs is one of the things we just do. Is this, you just do it, but understanding the way your county is set up. So a lot of bandit signs are taught to be put out on the weekends because the person, what they call that person that drives around, the county person that drives around, that person works Monday through Friday. They don't work on the weekend. So there's no one driving around on the weekend and pick up your bandit signs. So that's one of the reasons why when it's taught, and it's all illegal and wrong, but when it's taught to put it out on the weekends because of that same thing, that no one is there to clock you, give you a ticket. They're not even working on the weekends. So, so I think that's that window of opportunity that we just take advantage of.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What you got?
Bandit signs are legal in all cities. Well, let me don't want to use the word illegal. They have ordinances against bandit signs.
There you go.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
In all municipalities, right? Some of them are more tight than others.
Mm-hmm.
Your job as a wholesaler, if you're going to use that method, is to get out and scout your market and see where you can get away with them. Bandit signs are nothing new. In most markets, they're being used. The guys that use them, they use them because they're working, right? So you can piggyback off their success, similar to what Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King do. If you notice, they all cluster because they have the same demographics, right? So you're basically using their hard work and say, oh, this is a place that my signs will stay up. Now you can still test in some areas where they don't don't exist. When I say test, you'll put up 4 or 5 or whatever. Wait a week, see how many of those up. If they all still up, go compound, put more out or whatever. But it ain't for everybody. I'm just telling you, they can be very, very profitable, and they're very, very cheap in the scheme of things of what you're doing. We're not selling pencils here. We're talking thousands of dollars from a $2 sign.
Mm.
Where they do that at? So
math is mathing.
Math is mathing. There you go. Sometimes the math don't be mathing.
That's what the math don't be.
They don't be mathing, but when the math is mathing, then it's a good thing. It adds up to the math. Okay, so Renikia and Flip, we have questions.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on. Speaking of the question before that, now we're gonna do a magic trick here, right?
Right. Here we
This is
go.
a printed bandit sign, but guess what? It's blank on. It was blank on the other side. So boom, you take that. Now you put this out in the area where you have properties or properties that you may be trying to build a cash buyers list in. Okay, if this is we'll say 180,000+ neighborhood, if a cash buyer sees this, or an investor sees this that deals in that area, guess what? They're gonna call you to find out what's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, like, well, what's going on now? Of course, you got a deal that makes it even better. They want to call and see what's happening. Hey, what I need to do? Where is this house located?
Right.
So this handwritten message here will get your phone ringing. Now, I don't know if it's a problem, but you're gonna get all kind of calls. Do y'all rent houses? No, the sign says cheap houses for sale, cash. Do you need somebody to cut your grass? No, the sign says cheap houses for sale, cash. Hey, do you all do owner finances? So you're gonna get all types of calls. The main thing, you're gonna attract investors. So thank you, Mickey. You will be compensated greatly after the show.
And that's a baked bandit sign.
Yes,
that's a baked bandit sign.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing of doing the ads online, bait, and then you can bait using the bandit signs too.
All right, so hold that sign back up. This sign,
Oh, they didn't see it?
No, Mungaloa. So this sign right here is an 18 by 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a lot of content on there. It's really visible when you're pulling up at that
Instead
stop
of doing
sign.
it like this,
Yeah,
you get more content vertical.
It is in portrait mode.
Yeah.
It's in portrait versus landscape. When you think about 15 seconds at that stop sign or pulling up at that yield sign and zooming by, can you get that information? Can you pull cashbuyer.com or whatever is on the Bandit sign that you pass by?
I might got a little too much going on here, but
you do have a lot going on here.
But no, but it's memorable though.
yeah.
I can remember cashbuyer.com.
Yeah.
I can. It's memorable.
Cash with the K.
Cash with a K, and it's cash with a K, which is even more memorable because you use the K.
So yeah, that's it, Shay. 18 by 24. You're right. Now, granted, look, 18 by 24 signs do cost a little bit more.
Yeah. No,
So
you don't have to go two color like I did. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You know, whatever. One color gonna be half of that for the most part, or something significantly discounted. You know, two color does make it pop a little more, whatever, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, but definitely want to go with 18 by 24. You've probably seen some of my older videos. I've said 9 by 24, 12 by 18. I tested, took me some years. Let me just test. I bought some 9 by 21, whatever, 12 by 18, 9 by 24, and I bought these. I put out less of these
And got more response.
You know,
Right.
it's bigger, you know. Hey, bigger, go home.
Right.
All right. So Rennie, I'm gonna ask this question before I get to Monique. Monique is ready to join us. So I have a lot of comments in here, and one is in particular about Oklahoma. I'll read this. This is from Marlena. Have you heard about the changes to Oklahoma statutes that add restrictions to wholesaling? If so, what do you think about it in terms of setting precedent? And then someone else mentioned Illinois, and I think maybe something's happening in Texas. So someone mentioned like you required to get your real estate license. I don't think that's necessarily so. You might have to go through a broker, but so how do you handle that?
Well, you know, it's okay. That's Kansas, Illinois, Oklahoma. I don't know about Texas. Okay, we got 40 something left. So
I love it. Absolutely. You're not gonna box us in. We're gonna move around it. Okay, cool. What's the next thing?
Renika, this was what I would do. I didn't gave one example. I thought about this the other day when I was talking to some students in a group thing I got going. But anyway, if I was an agent in Illinois, Kansas, what the other one is? Oklahoma now, I would be seeking wholesalers out. Like, hey, I'm your guy.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm your guy. I'm your I don't know what you want to call him, but I'm your guy. I'll go use some I'm your guy. I'm your guy. And Renika, I'll just to use my brokers, I mean my license, whether agent broker, whatever it is, 10%, 50%, 15% of the deal.
Absolutely.
You know, ain't trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, for my signature?
Right.
I would be all over that if I was an agent or broker in those markets.
Absolutely.
All over it.
Right.
1 month, that don't stop nothing, man. The politicians ain't smart enough.
They're not.
To stop folks
They just
like
want
me.
to stop the certain amount of people making the type of money we're making. But it's impossible to box it in because they wholesale. They'll never box themselves in.
Yeah,
They never box themselves in.
Ooh, Jack
But
Hayes said
also,
we gonna be
sorry,
the
could they use transactional funding
Yeah,
and actually bring the money to the table? Like I'm showing you that I actually wired the money in to buy it.
Well,
I just have
I
to sell it the same day.
Well, I think it's been a couple of years ago since I had that interview with the attorney in Illinois. I think I asked him that. He said no, but in a way he couldn't really answer it. You know,
because he may not know what transactional funding is. Transactional fund is like
well, he knew what it was. He knew what it was. He said the whole thing was they just trying to prevent the speed of it or whatever. But I said, man, if you got your money, you got your money. Somebody
got your money, no matter where it comes from
or whatever. And so it's probably one of those things. You would have to probably. I'm not in one of those markets, but like a guy he basically was arguing with me on comments. The other day I put up one of my posts or whatever, one of the YouTube shorts, and just trying to be funny. But he, talking about you wholesalers, you trying to lowball. I think the video I did was it was just one of those little music things. It was only 8 seconds. It said cash buyer trying to lowball me, but I got 3 other cash buyers wanting to pay full price, and it was like. You got your problems, baby.
Okay.
I got mine somewhere. However it go. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so he was like, yeah, if somebody ball you, you ain't gonna be cool. I said it happens all the time, and sometimes I take it.
Right.
So you win, and what I did, I put in small letters. You win some, and you win some in larger caps. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you take it. I've taken lower offers just sometimes to build that relationship with that buyer. But the next time, it may be, hey, hammer time. You know he still think he's lowballing me, but I see the guy know the game he plays, so I'll probably get it lower than what he think I got it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
You can't box it in.
You can't box it in, man. And I told, he mentioned the thing about Oklahoma and all that stuff. I said, I hope they do the entire country. I hope they do. Let's get it.
Because to be honest with you, I wouldn't flinch. Because transactional funding is private money. It's no difference from you contacting your brother, your mom, or somebody, and they wiring the money to the closing table for you to close. So at the end of the day, the way that the ledgers will be created, it's gonna look like a closing. I would never tell my attorney that it's transactional funding because it's not a loan. It's private money. It's something you do outside of the closing table. It's private money. They don't even know that it's transactional funding or whatever the case may be. And the way that it looks when it comes in, it looks like you're bringing your money to the table. So you can't argue with that. You can't say that I can't do that. I literally closed this property with my own money, and the same day I sold it to another buyer at a higher price. You can't say that that's wholesaling. That is not wholesaling. That's 2 closings. So I'll just take my chance. You're gonna have to say particularly that I can't use transactional funding.
Yeah, you got to. It's one of those questions. What they say, ask permission later.
Yeah.
Tell me I can't buy something and sell it the same day.
You can't.
Now if that's what the law is. They say I can't sell something. Okay, then how many days do I need to hold on to it? Because he made it clear. No, it's not. This is not targeted at flippers. I said, well, wait a minute. I say, well, they can buy it and fix it and whatever they're going to do to it and sell it when they. I said, what's the difference if I bought it the same day and sold the same day?
Right.
They didn't have, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember that part of the interview, but that was one of my questions. So anyway.
Right. Fine. Yeah. Transaction funding I feel is that loophole for that. You just
like I say, if you're an agent in any of those states, oh my God, you should be doing it anyway.
Right.
But this gives you more than incentive to do it, right? All wholesalers come all, however they say it.
Right.
Whatever. Hey, I'm your guy. That's where I would be. I'm your guy.
Did you just hit the come to the altar? What'd you say? Come D, come.
Is that what they say?
Door
of the church open.
So, right. I don't care what policies are being made. I would never allow anything to stop my growth. I would figure it out.
Okay, so Monique, you ready? There she go. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are y'all?
I'm well. Where you calling
Super
from?
tight.
I'm calling from Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur. Okay.
Yeah.
Decatur is greater.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Okay, so I have a question, Flip. I acquired some property in Louisville, Kentucky. First of all, I'm having the hardest time trying to find cash buyers there. However, I did acquire one, and the video that you put out, you were saying, you got your problems, baby. That one right there, the guy lowballed me. And then he came back a day later and offered $25,000 more. So I'm like, okay, so that lets me know. And I did the, what do you call it? ARV
Yes, ma'am.
and the comps in the neighborhood is like significantly higher than what I'm even trying to ask the guy for. So my question to you is, do you have any leads on cash buyers in Kentucky?
Well,
In Louisville, Kentucky?
okay.
Because
Say what the numbers were again. What did he say he would pay? So what you got in the contract on? Well, you don't have to tell me what the contract on here, but what. So he still was lower than your contract.
oh shoot, hang on, something's going on with my mic. Oh gosh.
We can hear you.
I hear you clear.
I'm sorry, something's going on. Oh man. Okay.
We hear you. Uh-oh. I will send her a message real quick. Let me add her back. Give me just a moment. Okay, you good now?
Okay, I'm good now. Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So the price that you have it on the contract for, he still, even after he added 25 back, he was still lower than the number that you needed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So all right. So let's do this then. All right. We have to go with the numbers. What did you say the ARV? What did you come up with as far as the ARV?
134.
What you got on the contract for?
95.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
Hmm.
Any work?
It's not cheap enough.
It's not cheap enough.
Does it need rehab?
Very, very little. Very, very little.
10 grand. 10 grand.
It may be 10. Yeah.
Okay. So even if it didn't even work, if we're just doing the numbers the way we normally do them, the numbers don't work. If you go to my calculator, dealator.com, just text the letters DC, but
DC. Okay.
the numbers don't. I didn't do the math, but you got your calculator there, Renika?
I do. 135 times 135.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, 134
times 7% is 94.5.
Yeah, so it's like right there, so if it need any work, and then you hadn't even added your money in yet, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's tight. Ideally, you would probably need to be around, sounds like 70 to make money, maybe 80, but I'm going to say 70, so or whatever.
Okay.
You think you can go back to the seller and negotiate down a little more?
I think so. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can get them down closer to that 70 number. I don't. Well, what did he offer?
Well, originally he offered 55.
Okay.
And then he came back with actually 175.
You mean 75?
I'm sorry, 75.
Yeah. So if you
Which is probably more realistic. Yeah. That's more the realistic price for any investor.
Is it? Oh, okay.
So if you got them down to 70, that's a $5,000 payday for you. So boom, I'll take that.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay. You'll take that every day. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do then.
$5 grand?
Yeah.
Bill with that.
I can pay a good bill with that one.
Right. Because it's a consistent flow that matters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack Hay, I think she's in your area. She's in the chat box, and she said, look for Louisville Real Estate Facebook pages. I think she's had success with finding someone there.
Louisville Real Estate.
Yeah, she said it's a Facebook page, Louisville Real Estate Facebook page.
Facebook.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and like I said, she's in the chat there. If you're in the chat as well, you can maybe partner up with her. It's always, good to share intel. Maybe you can help her, she can help you. But yeah, it sounds like you just need to get your number down, and then you'll have a deal.
Okay, what did you say her name was again? I'm sorry.
I'm saying Jack Hay, but it could be Jack Quee.
Spell it.
JACQUEE.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll connect with her. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No problem at all.
Quick question, Monique, before you go, how did you find the property? How did the seller get in contact? Was it Bandit signs, Facebook? How did you find the seller?
Actually, my dad passed, and the house. I'm saying thank you. My dad passed, and the house is in probate. My auntie is the administrator over the house in Kentucky, but she's allowed me to make all the deals or whatnot with it. And I have to share it with my heirs. So I got 4 siblings that I have to share this with. So I'm trying to get as high as I can.
Mm.
I got
To
you.
give it,
Make sure
yeah,
everybody gets something out of it. That makes sense.
right,
And
right.
you may your buyer may be a retail investor and then an investor, because an investor, we're always looking for a discount. You know, we don't buy unless it is a significant amount of discount, but a retail investor will buy, they're about at price, overpriced. They're doing the most. They're overpaying for everything out here right now in this market. So your
Yeah.
buyer may be a retail person who wants to stay there and live there. Homeowner.
But you know what? The house a couple doors down from Dad's house sold for like 149.5, and Dad's house is full brick, and their house is like, what do you call it? Plastic shutters or
Siding.
vinyl
Yeah,
siding.
siding,
Vinyl
siding.
siding. Yeah.
What? But are they similar size? Who's bigger? You're just an eyeball.
Dad's house is bigger. His house is
Okay.
bigger. Theirs is
Your dad's
only
house is bigger.
like 1,200, and Dad's is 1,780.
That's why
Yeah.
I know, because you want to make, if it was an investor deal, it'll be a totally different conversation. Because I know you want to make maximum on your property, and so you can split it with your heirs. I think that who's going to really benefit from that is a homeowner, because you're able to give it to them. You can kind of give it to them with a little equity in it, and homeowners just like that. You know, they can go get a 203K loan. You say they only need maybe about, I don't know what you said it needs, maybe about 10,000 or something like that. They can get that into their 203K loan and things of that nature. So an investor going to want to pick it up for 75,000, and it may be lower than where you really want to be. So your buyer may be a homeowner and not an investor, someone who wants to take it and live there and fix it however they can fix it and live there with a little equity,
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
y'all want to
Okay.
take the money and, put the 10,000-15,000 into it and reap the benefit of it.
Yeah. That sounds great, but my siblings ain't.
And I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, when you got to get more people involved and more people that pitch in,
I get it.
that's becomes problematic.
Hey,
I
some
got you.
people gonna need the money right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
we ain't fixing up
We
nothing.
ain't going to no rehab, no sticking no sign in the yard. We need it right now.
Well, my check is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Put it on MLS or whatever whatever the market is up there. Put it on MLS for a homeowner.
Oh, okay.
You'll find
Okay.
your realtor and put it on MLS, and I promise you, somebody will buy at your price.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
A
I'll do
homeowner
that.
will.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good night, and let us know how that pans out for you, okay?
I will. Thank you.
No worries. Good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, we're going to jump right into Joe. Joe, you ready?
When you're ready.
Boom. You got the Cowboys on your head. What's going on?
Y'all doing all right this evening?
We're doing good. How are you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Birmingham.
Oh, what's happening, man?
Okay.
What's going on?
What's going on with you, man? Big Flip, man. Good to speak with you, brother.
Oh, same here, my man. Same here. What's happening?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time, man. Just real quick, Flip, I ran across you one day, man. I was driving for dollars and saw a property over, I think it was in 5 Points West that you had already wrapped up and then sold and everything, I called a number, whatever, and you picked up, you was like, hello. I was like, man, this sound like Flip. You know what I mean? So I did my little spiel right quick. And you know what I'm saying? I was like, this sound like Flip, man. He's like, it is.
I remember.
Yeah, man. This Joe, man. What's up with you, bro? But so this how it is, man. I've been putting out Bandit signs, and I done had somebody call me. They got 2 properties that they property manage over in Eastlake. And so, and I'm about to go straight off my notes, man, because I need a little help with this.
Okay, cool.
But basically, it's
what is on the north side or south side of Eastlake?
Let me see. I got a power stream right now. Let me try and
it'll just tell you on the address. It'll be like, what are north or the south?
Well, I mean, these addresses, one on Paris Avenue and one on Queenstown.
Okay, so those are off like Rugby or Porto Madrid, that
Yeah,
area.
on
Yeah,
that
so,
side.
yeah,
On that
that's
side.
cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, then. So, I mean, property manager called me on behalf of the owner. Owner, he want to buy some Pizza Huts or whatever. So he
Oh,
trying to
okay.
get up off these properties right quick so he can get some cash.
Okay.
And so, making it short, nutshelling it, both of them being rented. One of them, they about to evict Buddy out of there. They already went to court over it. And so they waiting for that to wrap up. So, I just told them we would focus on the one that don't have, this, it's not tied up or whatever. So the other one, guy say he want 49 for it. He willing to negotiate, but this what I'm having a problem with. He told me, it's like an average like rehab, you know what I mean? Like the roof done been seen about, the bathroom, the kitchen done been seen about. You know what I mean? Like it probably is in good condition, from the picture that he done painted over the phone. And I'm supposed to go meet with dude after 2 tomorrow. But my thing is when I go and look, try and find an ARV on properties in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing a whole bunch of cash buyers, but I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know. Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, do you have the square footage of that one?
yeah, square footage of the one on Queenstown is 956.
Oh, so it's just under 1,000. Okay, all right. So, yeah, you see, you're seeing cash numbers all over the place over there. It's just going to be a lot of activity over there, which is good. But 49. It would have to be in really good shape to be able to get that price.
And that's what I'm feeling like.
Yeah, ideally, what is it, a 2-1 or 3-1? What is it, 2-1?
It's actually a 3-1.
It's a 3-1? Okay. All right, so, but yeah, ideally, I hadn't seen it. I don't know. You can hit me up tomorrow. After you go meet with him, just go out. Whenever you go meet with him, let me see your phone. All right, whenever you go out, just go ahead and just take photos and then just video the property. I don't know how Androids work, but
what? I knew you was gonna say something slick about.
Man, don't hit on Android like that, man. Don't do that.
I knew he was gonna do it. Always.
Android for folks who don't need all the extra stuff.
And then he has to see my phone. The first thing he says, I don't know how Android works. They work the same. You turn this camera to the side and it works the same.
You want to do your camera like this, man. The point will get through. Because that makes it YouTube ready. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you upload it, once you video it, your video should only be like 3 to 4 minutes. Don't spend a lot of time. Just when you get in front of the house, just do a 360 of the neighborhood, which I already know how that neighborhood looks, but you still that part of that street or whatever, and then just maybe go down to the side of it, the other side, and then go in the front door and just take the room. That should take 3 to 4 minutes. Upload it to YouTube and just text me the link, and I'll tell you what I think on it. We'll go from there. Don't agree to a price or anything. I'll help you with it or whatever.
Okay, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. And before I let y'all go, man, Flip, I just want to let you know, I've been putting up Bandit sign for the last, 2-3 months or whatever, and things finally starting to pick up. I got a job or whatever, 9 to 5. I'm working 8 to 4:30. Yeah. Really. And you know what I mean? We got some haters out here that be turning signs around and stuff like that, man. I just want to let you know, brother. Like I'm out here turning your sign around when I turn mine around. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Hold on, Joe. We ain't got no signs out there. What you talking about? Joe.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Allegedly signs.
Alleged signs.
I hate it.
We ain't got none out there. What you talking about?
No. I'm just hypothetically speaking. You know what I mean? Imagination.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, you keep.
Yeah, but just hit me up. Well, you see the number right there. Hit me up on that number there, the 492 number.
Okay, then I got you, man. I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm gonna get with you.
All right, my man.
So is 49,000 good for that neighborhood? Is it price?
It just depends. It's just all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
she asking about that neighborhood. Just 49. It's just all over the place.
It really is, and I mean, I kind of feel like in my gut, I feel like 49 decent. I mean, dude, property owner say he willing to negotiate.
Yeah.
So I really kind of want to get it down to like 43 or 42.
No. I can tell you that. No. You want to get it in the probably the low 30s. But
Okay.
but let me just say this. Let's just see what it looked like in that particular part of East Lake.
Okay. Hey, I ain't gonna speak on it no more. I'm gonna just make sure I videotape it.
Yeah.
Andrew is speaking. I'm gonna make sure I take a video of it. And
That's right.
Hey, see, guys. Now he's local. Now it makes it a little different. But if a man comes on here, he basically just going through his own little seminar right now. You know what I'm saying? He's taking advantage of this technology. He can ask multiple questions. Hey, but yeah, just hit him up, man. We'll do something.
Okay, then, man. I appreciate y'all, and hey, man, y'all hang in there, man.
All right, same here. Look here from you tomorrow.
Hey,
Yes,
Joe, check the chat I just sent you. I just sent you a message. Make sure you have that number in that private chat. You see it?
Okay, hold up. Who are you? $1 billion diva? I'm saying a lot of names.
Oh no.
The private chat on the link that you logged on here with us.
I got you. I see 492 number.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, let me get out here, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. Flip, I'm gonna get with you tomorrow, man.
All right, my man.
Have a good night.
That's up.
Alleged. Bandit. You gonna come for me right here on the thing with the with the Android? That's not nice. What's up?
The thing.
The what?
The thing.
Oh, got you. I'm telling. Okay, got you. Okay, so Joe and Monique joined us live, guys. That's how you do it. You click the link that is sent to you, and then you just, once I see you load it up and see your lovely face, and you can just join us and ask your questions. You're able to ask as many questions as you need.
One thing while we're talking, you need to manage your leads. We got a CRM that's beautiful. It works really well. So text CRM to the number.
Same.
I'm trying to look at this halftime.
Oh, it ain't halftime yet. It's 1:44. Cool. All right. So okay. Rob Do It Easy. I like that name. Rob Do It Easy. Okay. What can I do to get leads with a $500 budget? So is this like a flat $500, or is this $500 a month, or we gonna go with just a flat $500?
We'll just go with the flat $500. Yeah. Okay, that's a decent start, more than what I had when I started. You can do Bandit signs. That'll pretty much take that. That way you can do Bandit signs, and you can get your subscription of Digulator, aka PropStream or whatever. Text me on that, send you the link on that. Or you can just go to Digulator.com, sign up for the 5-day free trial. Or you can put a text message in the campaign together, which also will allow you to put a cold calling campaign message, together, because that same list you can text and cold call. So,
all right. That's it.
And get the subscription. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you to put that text message campaign together, if you text the word text to the 205-964-5243, then you can get down.
Okay, there we have it. Okay, so Rennie, we're not gonna leave a closeout today without you telling these good people how they can go to the next level with their real estate investing by partnering with you and your company. So earlier we were talking about transactional funding. There's also gap funding, and then there's just money that they can use and use their credit to generate wealth, to generate generational wealth, and knowing how to do it properly. So you help with that in more ways than one. So why would I want to contact you if I wanted to step my game up? What could you do for me?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. As always, super happy and honored to be a part of the Flipman show. And one of the things that, I would love to bring to the table is understanding how to step to that next level. At some level of real estate, it does take money to make money. However, as wholesaler, we're making a lot of money without putting up a lot of money, which is lucrative. But then it comes a time where you may want to fix and flip. You may want to start rental properties and things of that nature. And it takes money to do those things. So one of the things that we specialize in is just funding as a whole on your transaction. If it's fix and flip funding, up to 90% of your purchase and 100% of your rehab. If it's rental portfolio where you want to build rental properties, and we have a private loan that can give you a 30-year mortgage, just like you went into the bank and got a mortgage with the bank. The great thing about it is the understanding that private lending and a private lender don't require all the financial documents. So it allows you to really jump in and get in the game a lot quicker and sooner than you expect if you were thinking about going to the bank, because we don't need tax returns, income verification, pay stubs, and things of that nature to take you to the next level. So when we're able to, jump right into these deals because we have the funding in place, and of course, if you are in need of any down payment assistance and things of that nature, we have that ability. You got some states you can't wholesale it. And to me, I know for fact transaction funding will fix that issue because it's a real deal and looked at as a real deal. So being able to have access to all those funding is what you would get if you do contact us. But if you are interested in leveraging your credit and understanding more about our funding products, just go to fundmynextdeal.com.
Boom, y'all got it. Fundmynextdeal.com to reach out to Renikia, a member of her staff. She is available across all social media platforms. First name Renikia, last name Williams. Just make sure you allow 48 to 72 hours for someone to contact you via phone call or email. But yeah, most definitely, guys, take advantage of the resources made available to you. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, it's still 7-0, Panthers, Texans, almost halftime. Yeah, that's where we are. There's a minute and 5, second quarter. So Ty, we didn't mention anything about it thus far. So we still looking for highway property.
Yeah, most definitely.
Most definitely.
I keep forgetting to put the video in the thing, but okay, yes, most definitely.
Okay. Let's see here. Adria is on the wrong thing. Adria is just doing something. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll go there. Okay. We'll do that. Sorry guys. This is Instagram or this is TikTok? Instagram, you've been saying that there's been no sound. I'm sorry. I tried to work on that.
Testing. Ain't no sound?
That's what it says. Can't hear you. No audio. Sound not working. I told them to hop over to Facebook, YouTube to join us.
Just let them know. Did
towards
that
the
sound
end.
the whole time?
Nah, it's been just like the last 5-10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not muted or anything, is it?
No, it's not.
This?
That says ringer.
Okay.
It was just ringing, so I know that works.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So thank you guys for joining us. We will be here next week, Thursday. That'll be show 199, and the week after that, Lord willing, if we do it in order, it'll be show 200. You thought of anything?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Wow.
Gotta be something awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's a
big milestone.
Oh yeah, it is.
200. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh.
I think we should go over there where Renikia is.
Yeah.
We'll do it in Renikia's office.
Let's do it. We got a big space for this.
We're
Let's do
gonna
it.
back up and back up and go outside with Renikia.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah. But we'll figure that out, guys. Most definitely just make sure you're here to join us next week. 7-ish Central will be here. Again, this is a place where you ask those questions in regards to wholesaling real estate. I am losing there we go. So yeah, Renikia, any parting words?
I don't know, not today. What do you got?
There was nothing this week. What was today?
What do you mean what's today?
Like, excuses are expensive.
Oh,
something
I
is
had the thing
expensive.
up there. It was up there.
It was? Okay.
It was
Let's see.
content. Yeah.
Oh, number 1, sign contract. 2, flip contract. 3, cash check. Cash to check. All right. Well, y'all gonna take care of those steps 1, 2, 3, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
215-964-5243. Now you know.